What's up, TransitionU students? We're going to get started with the TransitionU and the transition by focusing on the foundation plan, the first phase, phase one, which covers the why and trust in the process. Now, the why and trust in the process are both very critical whenever it comes to developing the mindset that you need, not only to be successful in college, but to be successful in life. Let's get started with the why. Now, I wish I could tell you that college was going to be easy. I wish I could tell you that life was going to be easy. Everything was going to be smooth. You won't be faced with adversity. But the reality is, adversity is going to happen. The reality is, you'll be faced with distractions. Now, when adversity comes your way, my advice is to focus on your 3 points of purpose, which include thinking about the people who sacrifice for you, keeping in mind the people who depend on you, and then most importantly, thinking about what personal impact you want to have on the world. Now, in the book, I share some of my personal experiences, but when you think about, for example, the people who have sacrificed for you, I want you to keep in mind your parents, your guardian, your grandparents. Okay. I was abandoned by my biological parents. So my mom, the person who raised me, she didn't give birth to me. Furthermore, she passed away whenever I was 11 years old. But it took me until later in life for me to realize how much she really sacrificed for me. But once I realized how much she sacrificed for me, it kept me going every day. And it continues to keep me going every day because of the sacrifice that she put out. So I have to go hard. Think about your younger siblings and how much they depend on you and how much they look up to you. Most importantly, always evaluate what personal impact you want to have on the world. What is it that you want to accomplish? And when distractions come your way, when adversity happens, and you keep those three things in mind, then that should keep you going. Second part, trust in the process. Now, trust in the process involves three keys, very critical. Number one, have faith. When you look in the mirror, you have to believe that that person in the mirror can accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish. Once you start to decide what it is you're interested in, once you start to decide what career path you want to go down, once you start to decide what it is that you really want to do to impact this world, have faith that you can do it. You can't expect your peers, your counselors, your teachers, your parents, anybody else to have faith in you if you don't have faith in you. Number two, you have to take action. You live in a time where you have all of the resources you need to be successful and accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish. You can almost Google or YouTube anything and figure out the steps. Whenever I wanted to self-publish a book, I just Googled it and I figured out the steps. So you have the resources, but you have to take action. You have to utilize those resources to be successful in accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. The last thing, you have to remain consistent. Okay, now if you take action for one day, that's good. But then what happens the next day? Or if you take action for 1 week, that's good. But then you have to continue to take action that next week, and then that next month, and then a year, and then 2 years, and then all of a sudden 5 years have passed by and you see the success and the results because you've remained consistent. You didn't just take action for one day, for one semester, okay, for one test. You have to remain consistent. So trust in the process, have faith, take action, remain consistent, then always keep the why in mind. And as you evaluate your why and as you lean on your why or develop your why, I want you to go to the book and complete exercise 1 on page 26. What is your why? And whenever you answer those questions, you have then identified the why that you can lean on as you transition throughout your career, as you transition throughout your life, and as you transition out throughout college and whatever level you are at now. I also want you to complete the VARK questionnaire. Now, the VARK questionnaire helps you identify your learning styles. It will focus on, are you a visual learner or oral learner, the type of person that learns through reading and writing, or are you a kinesthetic learner, the person that has to physically do, that has to touch? Okay, let's move on to phase two.